How's it going, guys? Black-Shenron, aka the Real Black Swordsman here. First, I'd like to ask you to like, comment, subscribe, and watch the video all the way through if you can. I thank you for your view anyway. Let's begin. We start this riff off with the arrival of Raditz. But Raditz did not come alone. Along with him are Nappa and Vegeta, as well as the Ginyu Force. For those of you wondering why they are here, Frieza had actually caught wind of this message that Raditz sent Goku. Frieza being very envious of these Saiyans, and this one being a high-class Saiyan, such as the rest that are left, he gave the Ginyu Force a mission. If he does not join the Frieza Force, immediately kill him and dispose of the planet. That is why they are here. Never Saiyans know this as well. Vegeta wants to do everything in his power to make sure that this does not happen, seeing as Goku is one of the last Saiyans, and he can be very useful due to his high-class nature, such as himself, so he doesn't really look down on Goku. Upon everyone landing on the planet, Goku realizes something. There's a lot more people than he thought there'd be. And they're stronger than him. Quite a few of them. Especially this purple guy. He doesn't know who that is, but he doesn't look like a Saiyan or anything like that. He can pretty easily tell the Saiyans from the others. He's lying in wait, not too far from them. This is when Raditz sends out another transmission from his pod, telling him that Kakarot, we are here on this planet. It shouldn't be too difficult finding us. You have an hour to get here, or we'll start destroying things. Goku actually gets this from Bulma. Bulma actually tagged along from this, and she actually turned Goku's old radio to a much smaller version, still able to pick up the frequency and everything like that. Goku at this point is pretty angry. He thought they were supposed to be warriors. Warriors settle things with their fists. They don't get other people involved, but he's not really too eager to disobey them. So after a couple of minutes in discussing with Bulma, he leaves them. Bulma tells him not to go. She has some technology. She might be able to hold him off for a while, and he'll be able to escape. Goku obviously declines this offer, seeing as he doesn't want to put anybody else in danger for his problems. So he makes his way over, suppressing his power level to around 5,000. Goku at this point is able to exert somewhere around the 30,000 range. Raditz at this point is actually around 5,000 as well, but he's able to push it up to 8,000, seeing as him and Goku come from the same high-class Bardock's blood. So the Ginyu Force welcome Goku, as long as the Saiyans. However, the Ginyu Force welcoming him is pretty half-hearted. They're actually getting a feel for him. He doesn't seem as ruthless as the other Saiyans, so he doesn't seem as sneaky to them. That whole welcoming him to their group, well, not to the Ginyu Force itself, but welcoming him to the Frieza Force, was actually to get a feel for Goku and to see if it's better to kill him now or allow him to join the Force itself. Goku makes his way over to what he assumes to be Saiyans. He asks, "Which one of you are my brother?" Raditz looks at him and says, "I'm your brother, Kakarot." Goku immediately says that that's not his name, so call him Goku. Raditz obviously denies this and continues calling him Kakarot. He says, "We brought a pod for you. Come with us. Don't say anything else to anyone. You're going to meet a being very soon. He's incredibly powerful. So do not try any of this in his presence. Eventually, we will overtake this person, kill him, and take control of the galaxy. And the Saiyans will finally be back to where they belong," says Vegeta. Well, its eyes Goku up and down, seeing if he's up to the task. Once Raditz is sufficiently impressed, they lead him to his pod. But pretty far away, well, not very far away, closing in, is Bulma on one of her Capsule Corp ships. It's pretty small, but it's quite fast. Upon making his way closer, Raccoon raises his hand, ready to blow the ship out of the air. This is when Goku gets in the way, telling him to stop, saying that he knows who that is and begs them to not kill her. Raccoon is, if you remember the original show, Raccoon's a dick. So he kicks Goku, with Goku blocking this, but realizing Raccoon's very powerful. He's just not on the same level as Goku. Well, just from the clash, the air pressure caused by it, Bulma's ship crashes, and she makes her way out in a bit of a daze. Raccoon walks up to her and raises his hand up, ready to kill her. He looks to Goku and says, "Give me one reason why I shouldn't." Goku says that she's a very impressive scientist in her own right. She could be very useful to the Frieza Force. Raccoon says, "All right," after getting confirmation from Captain Ginyu, who's a lot more level-headed. He says that they don't have enough pods for all of them, so she's going to have to share with Goku. Goku brings her to his pod. Upon getting inside of it and launching off, he begins berating her, saying how stupid she was for that. He told her that even he wouldn't be able to kill all these people or defeat them all because he's simply not strong enough. She begins saying that she couldn't just let him go off like this, so she decided to come along and help. Goku says, "By what? Getting yourself killed?" And they begin the rest of their journey pretty silently and begin discussing what they're going to do when they get here. This is when all the Saiyans open a channel with each other, excluding the Ginyu Force. This is when Vegeta actually directly contacts Goku, saying that he must be pretty strong to block one of Raccoon's strikes. Not as strong as him, obviously, because Vegeta is a lot stronger with simply all high-class Saiyans under his wing. This actually put a fire under him. He had to prove himself as the Saiyan Prince, which caused him to fight even harder, go on even harder missions to become even more powerful, to the point where the Saiyan Force is only slightly less powerful than the Ginyu Force itself. They're sent on high-profile missions, and they actually have a much better relationship with Lord Frieza than ever in the original, seeing as they're not really considered that disposable as they were before. Don't get me wrong, Frieza's still very wary of them. But he realizes their benefit, so he doesn't he's not too disrespectful to her faces. They're treated around the same regard as the Ginny Force, but with a great degree of less trustworthiness. So, yeah. Three of them begins. Well, the four of them begin talking, with Voma occasionally joining the conversation. Vegeta tells Goku that he's his prince and he should be addressed as such. Goku says, "Fuck you." This angers Vegeta quite a bit, but he says that they will deal with their little grievance when they get back to their home. Goku doesn't even flinch at this, saying that he'll fight him anytime. Raditz begins talking to Goku, basically calling him a failure for not destroying the planet Earth like he was instructed to do when he was sent there. Raditz continues talking shit. Goku says the only reason he didn't do it because he didn't feel like it, and there's nobody that'll ever exist that'll make him destroy his home. Raditz calls him a fool. Says that he's not really a Saiyan. He doesn't have Saiyan pride. He's too soft and too compassionate to be a real Saiyan. He should be ashamed of himself for even calling himself such. And they shouldn't even have come here to get him. Goku agrees that they shouldn't have come to get him because he's not going to help them in whatever they're planning. This is when Vegeta steps in and says, "Kakarot, there's a way for you to get home. We can leave you. We can take you home and leave you there, and nobody will ever come after you. However, to do that, you're going to have to help us." Kakarot, aka Goku, is a little intrigued at this offer. He asks Vegeta what it is. He says that very soon, not very soon, in the next few years, after gathering enough strength, they're planning on killing Lord Frieza and destroying most of the Frieza forces, so that they can take over all of it. Goku is very reluctant at this idea, and he says to them, how do I know that you being in charge is worse than this Lord Frieza guy being in charge? This is when Vegeta paints a picture for Goku, telling him some of Lord Frieza's exploits, such as destroying planets on a whim, killing their entire race, and basically killing anything that he didn't like immediately. This makes Goku ponder quite a bit, realizing that although the Saiyans are pretty bloodthirsty, they're not so much with the senseless destruction for nothing. So he decides to take them up on his offer. After the alliance, the three of them approach the planet that Frieza's throne room is on. That's the end of this part. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Please, Black-Shenron needs you too, so we can make it to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you for your time, guys. See you later.